I still see her face in my dreams. The night she smiled at me, while holding the rope that almost took my life. I can still hear her voice. Sweet, soft, and full of poison. That was the night I learned that lies can trap you like a spider's web, and love can turn into a death sentence. I came to Lagos 2 years ago. I was 23, fresh from my village in Anambra. The city was loud, fast, and full of promises. I thought I was ready. I thought I could make money, send something home, and finally help my mother stop selling firewood. I got a small room in Ajugunle. The walls were thin, the air smelled of damp clothes and pepper soup. But it was freedom. I worked as a phone repair apprentice during the day, and sold second-hand shoes at night. Life was hard, but it was my own. One Sunday evening, as I packed up my shoe stall near Boundary Market, I met Ada. Ada was different. Tall, with skin like melted chocolate, and eyes that could pull you in and drown you. Her smile was soft, but there was something in her look that I could not explain. Something sharp. She wore a bright yellow dress, and gold earrings that caught the streetlight. "Do you have size 40?" she asked. Her voice was like music, but her eyes scanned me the way a cat watches a mouse. I gave her a pair of white sneakers. She didn't buy them. She just smiled and said, "Maybe next time." From that night, I could not stop thinking about her. Ada started coming every evening. Sometimes she bought shoes. Sometimes she just stood and talked. She knew things about me that I had never told anyone. My mother's name. The fact that I once failed my WAEC exam. Even the small scar on my left ankle, that only my childhood friends knew about. When I asked how she knew, she would only smile and say, "Lagos has many ears." At first I laughed. Then I started to worry. But Ada was charming. Her laugh made the market noise disappear. Her touch made my chest feel warm. Within weeks, we were spending every night together. I didn't see the trap closing. The first sign came one rainy night. I woke up to find Ada standing by my window. She wasn't looking outside. She was whispering. Low, fast, like a prayer. I asked what she was doing. She turned and smiled. "I'm talking to the wind," she said. Her eyes looked darker than usual. Another time, I found a small clay pot under my bed. Inside was a piece of red cloth, tied around a tiny wooden figure. When I asked her about it, Ada laughed and said, "It's just a charm for protection." But something in my stomach turned cold. Ada started controlling everything. She told me to stop talking to my neighbors. She said some of them carried bad spirits. She wanted to know where I was every second. If I stayed late at the shop, she would show up without warning. Her smile stretched too wide. She said we were meant to be together forever. That the spirits had chosen us. I should have run. But I didn't. Her beauty blinded me. Her words wrapped around my mind like a rope. One night, Ada said she wanted to take me to meet her family. We took a bike to a quiet part of the city. The streets grew darker. The air smelled of smoke. We reached an old compound with tall walls. Inside, a single lantern flickered. 4 women sat in a circle on the ground. Their faces were painted with white chalk. They hummed a slow, deep song that made my chest feel heavy. Ada told me to kneel. She held my hand and whispered, "After tonight, no one can break us apart." Before I could speak, one of the women brought a calabash filled with dark liquid. They told me to drink. I refused. Ada's smile faded. Her eyes turned cold. Drink, she said. It's only palm wine. Don't be afraid. But my body screamed no. I ran. I pushed past them and ran into the night. I didn't stop until I reached the main road. For days, Ada didn't call. Then, one evening, I found a note under my door. It read, "You cannot leave the web. The wind knows your name." That night, I woke to the sound of soft knocking. When I opened my eyes, Ada was standing inside my room. I swear I locked the door. She was smiling. Her dress was wet with rain. But her feet were dry. "Why did you run?" she whispered. "Don't you love me?" I froze. My heart pounded like a drum. Before I could answer, she placed a rope on my bed. "A gift," she said. "For when you finally understand." Then she left. The door never opened. I moved out the next morning. I didn't tell anyone where I was going. I changed my number. I stopped selling at the market. For months, I hid. But sometimes, I still hear her voice outside my window. Sometimes, I find fresh footprints in the sand near my door. Even when it hasn't rained for days. Last week, I woke to see a small clay pot on my new doorstep. Inside was a piece of red cloth. And a wooden figure with my face. I don't know where Ada came from. I don't know if she is human. Or something older. Something that wears a pretty face. To trap foolish men. All I know is this. If a stranger in Lagos knows your secrets before you speak, walk away. Don't listen to the sweet voice. Don't follow the beautiful eyes. Because some love is not love. It is a web. And once you step inside, you may never leave. Even now, I can feel her watching. Waiting. And sometimes, late at night, when the wind moves through the cracks of my door, I hear her whisper my name.